Now,
Hello, everyone. This is Talk for Glory, episode 12. This video will be technically a re upload because this topic on tag teams was previously one of our top three videos, but it got deleted. So we're going to be doing a re upload of this. This is our top tag teams list of wasted and great tag teams throughout the years. And I'm not just talking about last year, this year, how I'm even
yeah,
talking
this
about
is
the
like a
past 10
few of
years.
our favorites and a few like we think was wasted.
But
So yeah, I am Young Smooth,
I'm an before.
and this is Talk for Glory. And by the way, guys, I'm sorry for the lack of uploads, man. Me and Enigma has been very busy. We've been trying to like throw out some videos for you guys, but as young men, we are trying to get our life together right now. So sorry. We're gonna try to be as active as we could for you guys. So yeah, let's kick it off, Enigma. Let's go.
All right. We're going to be starting off with the wasted list of tag teams. Number one, The Revival.
Yeah. Honestly, my stand on this one is like I don't understand why WWE is just wasting this tag team on Monday Night Raw. Honestly,
And I personally don't even think they'd be used then on SmackDown.
me either because obviously WWE is still worrying about the New Day and the Usos and the Bar, and it's like
Like,
WWE can't see no other teams like succeed if it's not those three teams. You're not
where's
giving other teams
Sanity? Where's
chances.
Primo and Epico? Where's Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows?
hmm There's a lot of teams, but it's
There's
just
a,
that exactly. There's a lot of teams that I don't remember now because the three teams I'm always seeing is just on TV all the time.
yeah, and then it's like on Raw, they're just picking up everything as they go, where they're putting the Revival in Viva Pinata matches with Lucha House Party.
In matches that don't mean anything, you're putting them in pointless matches,
And
and that's why
then
I'm saying it. What happened?
and the Revival made a great point on, hey, why aren't the tag champs like on Raw this one time?
And then they fucking throw them into a pre-show match where like it's like one of the Revival and one of the other pain, Authors of Pain. It was just horrible. The Revival has been wasted on the main roster ever since they came from NXT, and this is why they wasted to us because their greatness is just being wasted. Remember in NXT, these guys were putting on 5-star matches every time they were on takeovers.
Yeah, like they were the highlights of the matches.
You think about the Revival and other teams like DIY, right?
Yeah, DIY, Sanity.
Sanity. The Revival gave all these teams their great matches. The Revival showed that they could keep up with these teams because they got a style of like new school and old school, and that's what
Yeah,
makes me like them.
just flip. I mean, just fist, no flips.
Yeah, and that's just why I say like they're being wasted. And honestly, I think they should try to talk WWE into like releasing them so they
And
can be used somewhere else, like New Japan or ROH somewhere.
oh yeah, I could definitely see I could see the Revival taking over ROH's tag division the same as Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly did as Red Dragon. I could imagine that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like they can do a lot of things. WWE is not the only business in town anymore.
Yeah, now a lot of other wrestling companies are now big names.
Yeah,
That
and that
makes it.
and it's willing to pay you.
Oh yeah, they're definitely willing to pay. The Revival, just because WWE doesn't realize their talent doesn't mean another company won't.
Exactly. Like nowadays, WWE is not the only business in town. You got AEW. It's already the second biggest company in the world. Sorry, Impact fans.
We got ROH, and it's really up and coming. I love everyone there, especially the teams there, such as the Kingdom, such as Villain Enterprises, such as Best Friends. Like all
Yeah,
these great
exactly.
teams, all these great teams in ROH, and
And
there's still
honestly,
a bunch of young guys.
what can WWE do with their tag division to help the Revival want to stay? Like, I can't see them do anything special for them.
There's really nothing for them there. How many teams are
I'm
on Raw?
saying,
Chad Gable
huh?
Group, Arthur's of Pain, Revival, Lucha House Party.
Yep. Yeah,
That's
and
it.
that's it.
Unless you want to
That's
count
it.
Gender and the Scene Brothers.
Which is obviously gonna be a tag team now, as you can see. The Singh brothers are gonna be a tag team.
I see them getting bodied.
But just I'm about to say, like, they're gonna be like a jobber tag team.
Like they're basically J&J.
Yeah. So to me, the revival is just being wasted on the main roster. If send them back to NXT, which would be a downgrade, or
Now,
just
dude, imagine the Undisputed Era versus the Revival.
that'll be amazing. But this is what I'm saying. They already made it to the main roster, so that would be a downgrade for them. It wouldn't be an upgrade.
Right.
So yeah, I was gonna say. So you can try to do whatever you can to change the company's tag division. Do a tag team revolution like they did for the women's division.
We're not saying the tag teams need to main event Mania.
Yeah, we're not saying that. Let's not drag it.
We're not saying
Just like I think the women shouldn't main event Mania, but that's for a whole different
the
story.
tag teams need a Money in the Bank, even though that does sound kind of kick ass.
Yeah, it does. This is what I say.
I'm going.
You should just unify the tag team titles. Bring both tag teams into one show, or both shows.
Unify them.
Like the women's.
I think that's the smartest thing the women's did because there's not really a lot of teams
on Raw and SmackDown.
And I see just the teams all being mushed together. I could see like something random such as Carmella and Naomi being a tag team. Natalya and Dana Brooke as a tag team. Like I just see all these random pairings. Like I don't see this screaming legit tag team.
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. Like I can't see both brands having their own tag team champions. That would be dumb. There's not enough women. There's not enough time.
Yeah, it's either you're getting the SmackDown Live on TV or you're getting the tag titles on TV. I don't see.
Which everything we said was predicted. I mean, you said 2 years ago they were gonna main event Mania one day. They were gonna get their own Money in the Bank. They were gonna get their own Royal Rumble. We all said this, and I even said this. Remember, I said sooner or later there's gonna be a women's branded show.
Yeah, and I agreed with you on that because ROH does this on Wednesdays. Women of Honor, which is purely women.
Yeah, a Women of Wrestling. They got that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, like, okay, great start. Great start to have them have their own pay-per-view. That's a great start.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So for the tag division, you do what you do for the women's division. Bring both brands to one. Unify the tag team champions at WrestleMania. Just take them off Shane McMahon and The Miz. That makes sense.
I mean, yeah. But anyways, yeah, I think that's everything for the revival.
Yeah, they just need to be used better.
Next list on the wasted tag teams is Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder.
Okay, where do we go with this? Because this is something I actually like. I like these two, and I loved them when I was younger. Yeah, I loved watching them coming up.
With Edge, greatest idea ever. They debuted with him at Armageddon 2008.
Yeah, and this is why I say like 2007 actually.
2007?
Yeah. So I was gonna say in 2007 when they paired up with Edge, they had a lot of momentum going because the Edge was the hottest thing on SmackDown with Edge.
Yeah, it really was.
You know, I could have seen them like being the next great tag team in WWE because of the skills. I already saw the skills from Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins at the time.
Great having Edge as a mentor.
They had Edge as a mentor. They were always the ones to take the bullet for Edge. So I just saw them as, these two are gonna do something special once they get out of Edge's like
shadow.
Shadow, exactly, yeah. Edge's shadow. And after that, they won the tag team champions, which I was happy. I was like, good job, yes, Great American Bash. And that Fatal 4-Way tag team title match. I was like, good job, guys. They finally did what I thought they were gonna do, but the reign didn't live up to the expectations,
Yeah, they lost it immediately to Carlito and Primo.
Which I saw no point of that because WWE didn't really give them time to like grow as a tag team and show what they can be as tag team champions. And then I think after that is basically when they just dropped them as tag teams.
Yeah, like it felt so rushed so soon.
Kurt Hawkins was doing stuff on Superstars and Main Event, and Zack Ryder went to
ECW.
Yeah, which he kind of made a name for himself on ECW.
Yeah, didn't he beat like the Hurricane and Tommy Dreamer?
Hurricane, retired Dreamer. It's pretty good. He had an ECW title match, which was good against Christian.
Yeah, it was good. Zack did really good at ECW.
But the point is that we didn't really get to see what they can do outside of the Edgeheads because of WWE because WWE breaking them up so fast.
And I think the pair that we just got back last week was executed horribly.
Yeah,
because I guess they're really sticking to the Kurt Hawkins has never won a match. That's fine. You can do that. We could have had where Zack Ryder gets the pin, and you can view it as
count it as a win because I count Ronda's losing on last week Monday. That was her first loss. to
Yeah,
me.
but people don't view it as okay. Ronda wasn't the one that was tapping.
Yeah, but she was still in the match, so it counts as a loss to me.
Yeah, I know.
She's
But
never lost as a singles competitor, though.
yeah, like I'm saying, like that's how people could like view it. Like you
Yeah,
could,
Kurt Hawkins gets the W, but he didn't get the pin.
yeah, he didn't get the pin, and he still like hasn't won a match in singles. Like
But
he can do stuff like that.
but I think like WWE doesn't want to like push them because he already lost mad matches, and how does it look? Hold on.
That's true. I'm just gonna continue on from what Smooth was saying. So basically, it's just Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder were at a young age. Like these guys were young in their 20s during the Edgehead era, and to see them just go from this great stable of La Familia of Chavo, Vicky, Edge, and those two. I forgot the other guys. I know there's Chavo's bodyguard. But after all that, and mind you, this was a great time.
Oh,
What's up? I was just talking about how Edge, Kurt Hawkins, Zack Ryder, Chavo, and Vicky were all doing great things around this time, with Chavo winning ECW title, Edge winning world title, champions.
mm-hmm. It was just good because like the day La Familia was good. I love La Familia.
Yeah, it was really good. Even though like after WrestleMania 24, like everything started to slow down. Like the Edge heads were still being used, but I don't think using a team for 2 years straight isn't enough.
Yeah, and honestly, it wasn't even a year, bro. Edge has only lasted with him basically for a few months.
You sure? Because I thought they went from 24 to 25.
They were with him at 25?
Huh? No, they weren't with him at 25, but like the road to, because remember, Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder were tag team champions. Before
Yeah, but I was like,
5.
yeah, that was just July of 2008 when they won the tag titles.
Yeah.
And I thought by like 25, Zack Ryder was running ECW.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it lasted only a little bit. It lasted a while.
Yeah, it was too short, honestly.
Yeah, and I was upset. I really thought this team had potential to be a great tag team. I'm not saying the greatest tag team of all time, but one of the best tag teams. Just think about it. 10 years, it would have been 11 years now they're in the game. 12 years, actually. And you could have had these guys, like, still young because they're 32 years old. Could have had them being veterans already, like, putting over young talent. Like, but they're putting over young talent even now, just jobbing, though. It makes no sense.
Yeah, like don't do it to, like, that extent.
Yeah. I don't understand why they wasted this team. This team had potential.
But next team on the list
What's up?
Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston, also known as Team Air Boom.
Why do you think they were wasted? Well, Evan Bourne's injury really is what ended the tag team.
Yeah, Evan Bourne's injury, plus the drug testing.
Yep.
And yeah, I think that's what like really killed it, because right after what happened was Air Boom lost the titles to Fremont Epico, and then R-Truth and Kofi won the tag titles back. Which
was a weird pairing, honestly.
It was random.
Because R-Truth was just hot as a heel and the little Jimmy stuff. And then you just turn him face and pair him with Kofi Kingston. That was a weird pairing.
And honestly, I don't think they should have like threw the tag titles back at Kofi right after he just lost them.
Oh, you say that? Well, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Because it's basically the same thing with the Miz and Big Show, a Show Miz, like how Jericho was.
Yeah, that wasn't really too good.
It was like, okay, so Jericho and Big Show lose the tag titles, so we're gonna do The Miz and Big Show win the tag titles.
Jericho was good. It had a good run as tag team champion.
Oh, it did. It's just when it comes to like tag teams and like losing the titles, I don't think you should be in the picture for like another 5 months.
Yeah. WWE probably liked like how Kofi and Evan Bourne was used as tag team champions. They liked how the fans were into them.
Yeah, they were really over.
Yeah, like of course, because they always put on good matches together. Like
against David Tonga and Michael McGillicuddy.
Yeah.
Then Supreme won Epico.
They had a few good matches, you know, and then they had a good spot at singles when it was like tag team though.
Yeah, but now it's like
The injuries, the drug tests, everything ruined it for this tag team to be great. Because honestly, I could have seen these tag teams like keep probably going forward for like another year.
Yeah, for a whole year, I could see that.
Yeah, because eventually Kofi would have had to like leave the tag team division, and hopefully, at the time we was all thinking he was gonna get a singles push.
Yeah, it would have been around that time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's everything for Air Boom.
Yeah.
Matt Morgan and Crimson is next.
Right. Why do you think they didn't do good as a tag team?
Honestly, like, I don't.
When they had potential, honestly.
I honestly don't know. You had the veteran Matt Morgan and the young kid Crimson. He was also undefeated at this time.
Mm-hmm. And that's what kind of shocked me. Like they could have did a lot with this tag team. Like Matt Morgan was the blueprint. Crimson was this new guy, up and coming talent who was undefeated.
Red chipper or the blue chipper?
Huh?
He was either like the red chipper or the blue chipper because he had like such this big chip on his shoulder. As an undefeated guy, I actually seen him going into Bound for Glory, winning the world title from Kurt Angle.
That's what I'm saying. They could have forced them. I mean, immerse them to be like this dominant tag team, like where everybody's like, okay, this team is gonna be undefeated for a while.
Yeah, but like, I mean, they did like dominate LAX, not LAX. Whatever this dude's name was. I know that wasn't Homicide. Latin American.
Yeah.
No, Mexican America. There it goes.
What did they do with him?
I don't know, but like they just bodied Hernandez. They bodied whatever the other guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They did good, honestly. Though
they did it rapidly. They did it fast. And mind you, this was all 4 days after their amazing 1v1 at Turning Point that same year that ended in a draw, but they continued fighting. And Sting made the right call, making them a tag team.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I thought like TNA could have like capitalized, you know.
And I forgot which commentator said. I think it was Pope at the time, where he said, "Crimson having a tag team partner while undefeated is one of the greatest things, because it's better to have your back than your own tag team partner." Like they did great against Devon and Pope. That wasn't Pope that said that on commentary. Yeah. I think it was Taz.
Yeah, it was. Pope was right, basically the resident.
Pope. They did great against. They did great against Matt Morgan and Magnus the first time, and then lost the titles the second time.
Yeah, which is kind of shocked me, bro. Because, like Taz said, I'm sorry for that, guys. I just woke up like a few hours ago. Yeah, so I was gonna say, what Taz said again? I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought.
It's great to have a tag team partner when you're on such a great streak.
Yeah, it's true because, like he said, you can have the tag team partner being the one taking the bullet, taking the pinfalls, you know.
Yeah.
But then again, he can also be dominant with you as an undefeated competitor, you know.
Exactly, like he can be that guy that watches your back.
Yeah.
And
so what?
I think that like after this team broke up, it should have like just like left Matt Morgan. It should have left Matt Morgan going for the world title. Crimson could have been like television champion or legends champion, whatever the hell the title they were using back then. They just could have had to do that. They didn't need to turn Crimson heel. It could have been a respectful breakup.
Wait, how is undefeated streak ended again? I forgot.
James Storm ended it at Slammiversary.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I was like, what the fuck? And then after that, Crimson was never the same.
Yeah, and then like he just loses to Joseph Park.
He was basically a TNA jobber after that.
And it's like, you guys had such momentum with this guy.
Morgan had world champion written all over him, but he never capitalized on becoming world champion.
For some reason, they treated Matt Morgan like Juice Robinson. What I mean by that is when Juice lost the IWGP U.S. title to Cody, everyone's saying, oh, no, that's good because Juice is the guy that's better off chasing the title, not winning it. No, that's not the case for Matt Morgan. Matt Morgan should have been a world champion.
Yeah, at least once. He could have be like Kurt. Since
Yeah,
Kurt was like the veteran.
anyone, he should have beat Kurt for the world title.
Yeah, because the veteran, he can just give up titles
And
whenever
like
he wants.
Morgan, like openly said, "Oh yeah, Kurt Angle was my hero, and if not Kurt, then it should have been Jeff when he was heel."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, not only as tag team competitors, they was wasted. Like, but as singles competitor, they could have did a lot more after this tag team split up.
Yeah, like they just could have done so much more.
Yeah, and I was just honestly just disappointed at what TNA did with Matt and Crimson right after this tag team, because right after this, they were basically irrelevant. Basically,
But
when they had a lot of future, they had high hopes. Honestly,
yeah, they really did. And, like Matt Morgan stayed getting like tag titles, and
and then
then
after a while, I was just like, "How? Okay, we already seen this. Like, how many more tag team champions can he win?
like it's not enough. Like him
Yeah,
winning,
you gotta do better than that."
him teaming with Hernandez, him teaming with I know he had a third partner.
Who he had?
Uh,
I forgot, but I remember his. I remember him, Crimson, and Hernandez.
But yeah, like I think he should have got like a singles title at least.
Yeah, and just use him correctly. Like TNA just dropped the ball, Matt Morgan. They used him basically like a WWE, like WWE would have. But
Like
yeah,
it just wasn't enough.
yeah. But that's enough on the Matt Morgan and Crimson. This tag team had a lot of hope, but
Yeah.
a lot of upsets after they split.
All right, so on to the next team. Oh, next team, Inc.
Wait, who was Inky again?
Jesse Neal and Shannon Moore.
Damn, I actually kind of forgot about them now.
Yeah, I know because
Yeah, I remember.
yeah, they again they're a team that was better off chasing the title instead of winning it.
Yeah, and they did win it, right?
No,
No, yeah, you're right. But why do you think they failed as a tag team in TNA?
I don't know. I mean, they feuded with the Dudleys. They feuded with Generation Me, also known as the Young Bucks. They feuded with Beer Money. They feuded with Mexican America.
So they
All
were
these,
basically with a lot of top names in this company they were going against.
yeah, these were a lot of top names, and to just see them always come up so short it felt weird because it was like, okay, when are they getting the title? And I thought 2012 Bound for Glory was going to be their night when they faced Mexican America.
Yeah, because everything just felt right for them. I feel like at that time, I think everybody going into that match was thinking they were gonna win.
Yeah,
So everybody
because
was
they
just like,
were over.
it's about time. They were hella over. Everybody wanted them to win the tag team championships at the time, and just like TNA shocked me when they had Mexican America winning. I was like, what? Like, what sense does that make?
And then at Turning Point, it was in a mixed tag match.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just disappointing because this team was putting on a lot of great matches with a lot of top tag teams in the company. They had a lot of good matches with a lot of good tag teams in the company. So it disappointed me because this team showed that they're more than ready to be tag team champions. And TNA didn't capitalize on them the right way. For some reason, they didn't see potential in them. I guess.
I did.
I did too. I actually liked them. Shannon Moore was actually good again for once. Yeah, Jesse Neal, that's his name, right?
Yeah, Jesse Neal, former Navy guy.
Former Navy guy, exactly. With tons of respect from everybody. So he could have used them the right way. And they kind of like threw them into good matches to put a name on them. But then again, he didn't capitalize, like I said. He didn't give them what they deserved eventually. Because this is what you do. You build them up and you use them as a tag team. And then eventually they become tag teams when they prove to you they are ready. And they did, in my opinion. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree with that. Just because I remember there was this one time where they wanted Shannon to play a heel because like he was being a dick towards James Storm in their match, and then against Scott Steiner when it was Matt Morgan and not Matt Morgan, Crimson and Scott Steiner in a tag match against Inc.
Yeah,
So then, it just felt really weird because it was like, okay, I see them going nowhere. If Shannon's gonna play Dick and Jesse Neal trying to play Peacemaker, and then when they like got that push in that match at Bound for Glory, I thought, oh, okay, maybe they might win. And then when it was in a mixed tag match, I thought, oh, okay, maybe they can win now. And then it was like, no. And then after that, it just fell off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like from there on, nothing was the same, and the tag team eventually split.
Yeah. But that's everything for Ink Inc. And I think that's the last on the wasted list of tag teams. Time for the great tag teams.
Mm-hmm.
Number one on this list. Some say wasted. I say used amazingly. Number one, the Dirty Heels.
I love the Dirty Heels.
The team of the longest reigning TNA World Heavyweight Champion Bobby Roode and the longest reigning X Division Champion, the greatest man that ever
lived before he became
the saltiest guy that ever lived.
The saltiest, the guy who thought he should be better than what he was, but then, yeah. So what you were saying?
All right, so I like this team, and it's on the great list because these guys formed a team. They had an amazing match at Hardcore Justice at Destination X of Austin using Option C. Yeah. They had great matches, and then when they came together, came for a common goal, said we're going to win all the titles, and we're going to start off with the tag team titles. It was executed amazingly with Chavo and Hernandez as the current tag team champions, and just how there are times where you were just like, oh crap, they're not going to work together. When they won the tag titles, I think it was Bobby that bumped into Austin, or it might be vice versa, and then they got into a heated argument, and one of them just got out the ring, and then Chavo tried to capitalize doing the three amigos, and I forgot how now I remember. He did the three amigos. Hernandez did the border toss. Chavo went up top rope. Austin Aries pushed him off. It might be vice versa. Someone please correct me. But Austin Aries pushed him off, or Bobby pushed him off. Ref got distracted. Bobby low blowed Hernandez, threw him out the ring, and they did this amazing tag team finisher where Bobby threw Austin Aries into the corner, hit the drop kick, and then Austin threw Chavo into Bobby, and he did the spine buster, and then Austin did the 450, which was amazing. I still think Austin probably has like top 10 best 450s. And then they won the tag titles, and they just had like such an amazing reign. Like they really lived up to the name of Dirty Heels.
Yeah.
And then when they feuded with Bad Influence, Kazarian and Daniels, still retaining, another great tag team in TNA. And then later on, when I think it was the Hardys that had to relinquish the tag titles later on throughout the years, their great match, Full Metal Mayhem match against the American Wolves, Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards. These guys just had like these great matches and lived up to their names of Dirty Heels and doing anything to win. And the fact that if you guys don't want to see these guys as a tag team, you always got to remember, longest reigning world champion, longest reigning X Division champion.
Remember?
Yeah.
What you were saying? You guys got to remember?
You always got to remember that if you don't want to see these guys as a tag team, this is what you can remember. Austin Aries, longest reigning X Division, Bobby Roode, longest reigning world champion. So you guys can see them either as a tag team or you can.
That's what I think made them good tag team to me, because they were used correctly. And they look so dominant because, look, you have one that was the longest X Division champion of all time at the time, right? Oh, he still is?
I don't know. I
don't keep up with Impact now. And then you had the longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion, Bobby Roode. So you just formed them as a tag team, paired them up, and they did unbelievable things, which I was excited for. And they honestly made me happy to watch Impact at the time. TNA, not Impact. Yeah. So for me, it's just like, even though it was kind of a short period, right?
It was a short period.
They lasted only a little bit.
Yeah, I think until after Bound for Glory.
But for the time being, I enjoyed them really as a tag team. I saw them as this dominant tag team that nobody was gonna stop, just because
Yeah,
they was two of the top guys in the company
e-
forming as a tag team
exactly. Two of the top guys.
forming as a tag team. So that's what really surprised me. And I was just like, okay, let's see what TNA can do with them. And they did win tag team champions
Twice? No, not twice. Once.
once, but it was good as well too. But I wanted more, But sadly, they were greater than the attacking division, so I
Yeah.
understand it.
But
But yeah, I would have liked to see them pair up again one day.
yeah, maybe in another company. I mean, that
Yeah.
could be. But next tag team on this list is the Motor City Machine Guns. Where do I start with this team?
This team is a TNA original, honestly.
It's an OG.
Top 5 greatest tag team in TNA. When you bring up tag teams, this team is on that list.
All right, I know where to start with this team. How about we talk about their X Division time? Let's not even jump into when they won tag titles. Let's talk about when they've won the X Division title.
Who, Alex Shelby and Chris Sabin?
Yeah. These guys were like the hottest things in the X.
Wait,
These guys were like the hottest thing in the X Division.
Yeah, hell yeah. Especially Chris Sabin for me.
Oh yeah, for me it was more Alex Shelley.
You think so? Why?
I don't know. I think I was just more of a Shelley fan than I was Sabin fan. Like I really did love both of them, but there's just something about Alex Shelley that made me think, I see him winning the X Division title 4 times.
4 times?
Yeah, I saw him at least winning.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, I thought he was gonna win the world title instead of Chris. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, the way like Chris was being used and the way he was used as a singles competitor, even before he won the world title, it kind of like changed my mind. I was like, Chris probably is gonna be the one if they ever do win the world champion to be the world champion.
Yeah, but
Didn't they face each other too, eh?
Yeah, I think they did.
Which was a great match. Everybody says.
Sabin's actually held the X Division title 8 times.
Damn, for real?
Yeah.
How about Shelly?
2 times.
Yeah, so look at that. That's what I'm saying. Like in terms of singles, singles competitor, he was probably the better one.
But
yeah.
What happened?
In terms of singles, he was the better one between the two of them. Between the two of them, he was the better one. In terms of singles,
I'd say Sabin.
Yeah, Sabin.
Yeah, 1 world title, 1 X Division.
Which to me, the world title, I actually had high hopes for him when he won the world title.
Yeah, but that was a giant flop.
It was a huge flop. You turned him heel and have him win the X Division champion. That was just terrible. I didn't like it.
Yeah. Also, if we're just like going off of like their success, Sabin's also won the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Titles with Alex Shelley.
Yeah. Oh, so now we're getting into them as a tag team.
Yeah, now we're getting into them as a tag team.
Oh yeah, junior light heavyweight champions. Tag team champions with Alex Shelley. And the team multiple time TNA World Tag Team Champions.
No, well, there's only once.
Wait, once?
Yep.
No way.
No, yeah, man, it was once.
Nah, no way. This team was around for mad long, bro.
Dude, I'm looking it up right now. They've only been tag team champions once.
In TNA?
In TNA.
Wow. I feel like they won way more tag team champions than that TNA.
Nah, man. In ROH, they won more, I think. I think they won twice.
Nah, once as well. Wow, this team hasn't really done anything.
I mean, putting on 5-star matches.
Yeah, it's pretty good. They had a lot of good matches with Generation Me.
Yeah, they really had especially that empty arena match.
I love those empty arena matches. Huh?
Yeah, very brutal.
Very brutal. This team was one of the best tag teams. I still consider them, one of the best tag teams of all time in TNA, even with one tag team title run.
Yeah, true.
They feuds with Beer Money was good. Remember those?
Oh God, they're best of. I think it was best of 7.
Yeah, that was the best one. I love those times. Like to me, what you think they could have done to be a better tag team?
Not get injured.
Yeah, exactly. Saban's ACL injuries, MCL injuries, and
Shelley
Alex
injuries.
Shelley's injuries. Yeah, a lot of days. So yeah, it's just like injuries is what stopped this tag team from being great
Wait,
because
dude,
they were one of the greatest, huh?
dude, I'm looking at it now. They were tag team champions once everywhere.
Yeah, one time, yeah.
TNA tag team champions once. ROH tag team once. IWGP Junior Heavyweight tag team champions once.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we got 78 subscribers.
Oh, thank you for the subscribe.
Yeah, drop a like, drop a sub, turn on notifications, guys. See what you were saying? Yeah, injuries really stopped this team from reaching their potential.
Yeah,
And
like
it's sad.
it would be like okay, Shelly's injured, Saban's wrestling. Saban's injured, Shelly's wrestling. Saban and Shelly are both wrestling. Now they're both injured. Like that's really crippling the team right now.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think it crippled the team the worst when they weren't together. While I don't know what Saban was doing, but Shelly was teaming with Kushida, forming the Time Splitters. And just Saban's knee injuries and Alex Shelley's recent retirement last year because of his back.
Yeah.
So I really feel like the Motor City Machine Guns really was that crippled team because of injuries.
Yeah, injuries is what stopped them from being great. Because they were a good tag team. They were one of the best tag teams in history, but they weren't great because of those injuries, like you pointed out. The injuries stopped them. Saban had multiple ACL tears.
Yeah, he even got one this year.
Even this year again, which is crazy. It's just third ACL tear of his career.
I think it's fourth.
Fourth, exactly. If I'm him, I'm actually thinking about retirement at this point. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's just really dangerous if you're going.
There's just so many times you could just break your knee.
Yeah, and it's not like okay, one match he's like torn a shoulder blade. One match he's broken an elbow. No.
He's breaking the same thing over and over.
Exactly, he's breaking the same thing over and over and over again, and it's like, yeah, dude, that's really concerning. Like we talked about people like Seth Rollins, how he was never the same after his first ACL MCL tear. That's his first one. This is Saban's third or fourth.
Yeah.
Like that's
shout out to Ed. He's watching the stream.
Hey, what's good, man? But yeah, like that. This is Saban's third or fourth tear, and that's really concerning. And I've been concerned for anyone that tears their ACL, MCL. Like Bobby Fish. Remember War Games? I was like, yeah, I'm really concerned for Bobby Fish.
Yeah, because of the high spots he was doing and everything.
Exactly. Like I'm not trying to see Bobby Fish tear his ACL, MCL just after getting medically cleared again.
You gotta think with this as well. Saban, he probably got kids, right?
Yeah, Saban has kids.
You want to be able to walk down your kids. You want to be able to be there for the wedding, graduation. You don't want to be there in a cane or a fucking wheelchair. Because, bro, you don't want to catch up to you one day. You gotta. This is where you put family first.
Yeah, like I think after this year, 2020 is the year Saban retires.
Yeah, he just has to. Right now, if he's out on the shelves right now, he should just think about it right now, honestly.
Yeah, like
change up pressing a little bit.
Like how many times do you have to tear before it actually sinks in? Wow, I've broken the same thing over and over again.
Over and over and over. It's just so many times, bro.
But I think that's everything for Motor City Machine Guns. Do you want to say anything else, or we move on to the next team?
Yeah, for me, it's just like I really expected more from this team. I was upset with the way they went out. Sadly, because of Alex Shelley retirement.
Yeah, I really hope that they did a lot of more big matches like they did with Ladder Wars against the Bucks and Bad Influence.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I think, a lot of putting themselves at risk a lot always being extreme is what kind of like led to this, you know?
Actually, surprisingly, Shelly only got injured in tag matches.
You think so?
Yeah, no, man, he only got injured in tag matches.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Like, that's like a real surprise. But Saban, he got injured in tag matches and 1v1 matches. Like, it was really all surprising for the simple fact that, okay, you're getting in. One guy's getting injured while having a partner, and one guy's getting injured via 1v1s, via 2v2s, via hell triple threats. That one time he got injured in an X Division triple threat title match with Zema Ion and Austin Aries.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember where he like charged at I think Austin, and like Austin threw him over and he landed on the floor and he didn't. And like, dude, this is a triple threat match.
Yeah.
So it's like
that's kind of shocking. You know, we got injured in like tag matches.
What? Saban?
Yeah.
Shelly.
Oh yeah, Shelly.
Yeah, Shelly really got injured in just tag matches, I think.
Yeah, so this team, you know, went down the drain because of injuries, but you know, they're still one of my favorite tag teams.
Yeah, they're still one of the great ones.
Yeah.
But
okay.
on to the next tag team. We've been on the Motor Machine Guns for a while now. Generation Me, I mean the Young Bucks. I hated them when they were Generation Me, even though they had great matches. But when I say the Young Bucks, we're not going to talk about their matches in TNA. I'm talking about the 3-time ROH Tag Team Champions, 6-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion Tag Team Champions, 1-time IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions.
And as of right now, this team is one of the greatest ever. Top 50, top 30.
Top 50, top 30.
Because of the accomplishments they did outside. And the best part about it is that they did all this outside of WWE.
Oh, yeah. Former PWG Tag Team Champions.
Mm-hmm. You gotta think about it. They won the... Wait, what?
No, they won...
No, never mind.
They won all...
House of Glory Tag Team Championships.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta think about it. This team has set the standard with tag team matches. They got accomplishments at the accomplishments. Tag team of the year 3 straight years. From Dave Meltzer, of course, Dave Meltzer.
5-star match. No, wait, actually, the Young Bucks rarely have 5-star matches.
Yeah. I know everybody criticizes Dave Meltzer because he's always only giving 5-star matches to the Indies, but the Young Bucks are worthy of these 5-star matches he gives them.
Let's see. I have like 3 personal favorites of mine.
Which ones are the Young Bucks?
The Young Bucks versus GOD. Someone's probably gonna comment me on that one because I love fucking GOD.
Yeah.
The Young Bucks versus Yo and Show, Roppongi 3K, and then the Young Bucks versus the Golden Lovers.
Yeah, of course. Those 3 matches were amazing. So those are your 3 favorite ones from the Young Bucks.
Yeah, like, those are my 3 favorite ones. Like for me, the one against Yo and Show was their final junior match before going to heavyweight. Their match against GOD was amazing. It had storytelling. It had Civil War of the Elite versus Bullet Club.
And the Golden Lovers was just the dream match.
It was just a dream match. And funny thing is, this wasn't a dream match of like 2019, 2018, 2017. No. This has been like joked around like a bunch of times when like the Elite would go live and like they do Q&As. I've seen the Golden Lovers versus the Young Bucks like 3 or 4 times in my life.
Yeah, for real?
Yeah, and like it's always like, oh no, that's not happening. That could never happen. Here we are, 2018, Golden Lovers versus the Elite versus the Young Bucks.
That's the best part about it. You know, the Young Bucks. This team is outstanding. You know, they have tons of accomplishments. They set the bar on tag team wrestling for the last 4 years.
Yeah,
they revolutionized the tag teams all over the world because now tag teams know there's other places besides WWE. And you can succeed outside of it, which is going back to what we were saying about the Revival. And now look at them. They're starting, they're vice presidents of their own companies now. AEW. Look how far they came as tag team wrestlers, bro. They went from being great tag teams with a lot of accomplishments to now being vice presidents of a I said WWE, a new wrestling promotion.
I like the fact that these guys started from scratch. Like these guys were like wrestling in like arenas of 20 people, 20 to 50 people.
Mm-hmm.
And then these guys get contracts. You guys can say these are like indie companies, New Japan and ROH and TNA even. But you need to remember all the great things these guys did here. TNA, they never won tag titles, but they did amazing matches against.
They had great matches. Yep.
ROH 3-time tag team champions.
New Japan.
New Japan.
The list goes on, man.
I'm gonna say OGs. One of the OGs of Bullet Club, hottest faction of today.
Yeah, and this is why I love the Young Bucks, man. I would have loved to see them face the New Day. But then again, that would have been literally the only team for them in that company.
Yeah.
And the Usos, there's only so many times you can face those two teams.
Yeah, like at best, if they were to ever go to WWE, the best you will see is like Young Bucks versus New Day, Young Bucks versus Usos, Young Bucks versus
Revival. Mm-hmm. But in terms of tag team, this tag team actually, because of the things they have done all over the world and not just one company, and the things that they did now with this new company coming in, you can put them as one of the greatest tag teams for just that alone.
Yeah, in one of their matches in PWG, Young Bucks versus Pentagon and Phoenix versus Matt Sydal and Ricochet, that was an amazing match.
Hell yeah. And you gotta think about it like this: they hoped to revolutionize ROH.
Yeah, remember their amazing match against Red Dragon?
Mm-hmm. But they had multiple amazing matches on ROH. This is why a lot of fans all over the media criticize Dave Meltzer, because all he does is give the Young Bucks and D&D guys 5-star matches.
Yeah, but yeah. Like, what would you rate them?
Yeah, I'll give them 5 stars as well. I don't understand why he gets so much criticism for them.
I don't know, man. Dave Meltzer's a great rater.
Even Kevin Owens took a shot at him. You see it on Twitter?
Yeah.
With Adam Cole, he said.
Yeah.
It's just like everybody criticizes Dave Meltzer, but because of that reason.
I mean, again, I've told you this multiple times, where Dave Meltzer is basically the voice of wrestling. He could right now say that episode of TNA was great, and he's gonna.
And everybody who views him is gonna zoom into it.
Exactly. I was like, okay, Dave Meltzer said this was good, so I gotta see what he was talking about.
Mm-hmm. It's just the only, he's a great guy. Just the only criticism is that, everybody just says he like shows favoritism towards the indies.
Aside from Dave Meltzer, the Young Bucks have really revolutionized tag team wrestling. They've gone from those guys that jobbed to Chuck Palumbo and Sheamus to their own company of All Elite Wrestling. And a funny YouTube series called Being the Elite, guys.
Being the Elite, look at that. As well, they got their own YouTube series. They got their own company now. This is outstanding. The things that this team has done for tag team wrestling is unbelievable. It's amazing. And I'm just happy we got Young Bucks, in the world of wrestling, period.
Yeah.
Because without them, honestly, I wouldn't know much about tag team wrestling outside of WWE. They're the ones who made me look outside of WWE, right? They're the ones who was buzzing around. Everybody was talking about. Then it made me expand to watch different teams, Because I used to watch indies from 2005 to 2012, and nobody was really talking about tag team wrestling at the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then once 2030 came in, you kept hearing about these young guys. I was like, okay. And eventually, when 2016 came around, I started zooming in and viewing what they were doing as a tag team. And ever since, now you can watch multiple matches outside of the Young Bucks, other places. Like you said, the Golden Lovers.
And they've had an amazing ladder match against the Hardys.
Yeah, exactly, the Hardys as well. That's what I'm saying. They already beat a lot of great tag teams, like the Hardys.
They
showed they could keep up with them, if not be better than them in that match.
The Young Bucks are the tag teams of today.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. I really like where they're taking tag team wrestling as a whole.
But
Oh yeah, this
what?
was the post. They were like, I just watched with Adam Cole for the first time in 4 years. There was one exact spectator. He gave it 51.25 stars.
Wait, ooh,
Kevin Owens said that.
all right. Like said, someone in the comment section said that.
Yeah, everybody in the comment section was like, "Wasn't it in the Tokyo though?" And
No,
they're showing like Dave Meltzer pictures and stuff in
no,
the
man.
bottom.
Adam Cole actually had a horrible Wrestle Kingdom match with Kyle O'Reilly. It wasn't a horrible match. It was just like people started to leave because they thought like it was the end of the match. Because I don't think they've ever seen like an ROH American show open. I mean, like co-main event.
Mhm. People are just like making fun of him because he's always like, if it's not in the Tokyo Dome, then your match is not gonna get 5 stars.
That's not true.
Yeah, that's what I'm just reading. I'm just going by what I'm reading.
Yeah, I know. But like there are a lot of matches. Freaking Gargano versus Almaz. That was in the Tokyo Dome.
Yeah, which was shocking to everybody because he finally gave it 5 stars.
Punk versus Cena in the Tokyo Dome.
But what they're trying to say is that he mainly like just comments on indies.
Yeah,
If
I
it's
know.
not the indies, he's not giving anything else 5 stars.
I mean, WWE
Yeah.
has copy and paste as of lately.
Yeah, but you still got NXT matches that happen.
Yes, they're really good. But I think we've spent enough time on the Young Bucks as well.
Yep. Next tag team.
Next tag team is Rated RKO.
I love their theme song. Let me just start off by saying that.
Oh,
They had
hell
a good theme song, remember that?
I love their theme song.
But yeah. In terms of success, this team was one of my favorites because you had Randy Orton,
The young
who was still the legend kid at the time, the young up and coming superstar. You had Edge,
the
multiple time. Huh?
tag team veteran.
Exactly. The first ever Money in the Bank winner. Multiple world champions. The list goes on. And then you just form as a tag team to go against D-Generation X. That was like the best thing they ever did.
They dominated D-Generation X.
Hell yeah. That was the first time I ever seen like Shawn and Triple H as a tag team get dominated the way they did.
And then when they just beat the daylights out of Rick?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were so dominant. But then again, it goes back to what we always say, they were short-lived.
Yeah, it really was short-lived. Great run, but just
But what was your favorite moments of this tag team? What was your favorite things about them?
how they came to the common goal of basically the same thing as Dirty Heels, where I swear this would be the perfect dream match. Edge in his prime, Randy in his prime versus 2011 Bobby Roode and Austin Aries.
Hell yeah. That actually would be a freaking sold-out match, honestly.
But my best match for them was against the Hardys.
Oh yeah, I forgot it was against the Hardys. Remember that?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a throwback.
Just because I don't feel like the heat between Matt and Edge went down yet.
Yeah, and it was like 2 years apart from when they were actually feuding.
Yeah, I just
you still have animosity and hype between both. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they just beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah. So
again,
they still had that heat between each other.
So once again, when you have the girl hit between those two, there's going to be good chemistry in the ring as a tag team as well.
Former tag team champions, and then again, like the Dirty Heels. If you don't want to see them together, look at them now. Edge is retired, but he goes down an 11-time world champion. Randy just became Grand Slam.
13-time world champion.
13-time, I believe he's going to be 14 eventually.
Mm-hmm. The list goes on, and I like the spot at WrestleMania when it was like Jeff Hardy, and he just went on top of the ladder and just that dive on Edge.
Oh man, I think he broke a rib. I think he broke
yeah, he did. That just lets you know how like far Jeff and the feud was at the time. It was great. I loved it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Do you think they should have one more tag team champions?
I'd say 3.
3, right?
Yeah.
Because how much people loved them. They were so over. People just wanted to see them over and over again.
Like if there was one team I wanted them to beat and become tag team champions, it was John Cena and Shawn Michaels.
Hey, that would have been great too, though.
Yeah, that would have been great because it's like, okay, Edge and Cena have this heat and animosity because of their feuding. Shawn and Randy also have animosity.
Yeah, so you could build a storyline between the tag team division. I mean, both of these teams, because a lot of history between all of them. You know.
Just there was a lot of history, and mind you, Randy was still young at this time. How old was he? Like what? 24, 25?
It was 27,
He was
26.
27
Yeah.
when he formed Rated RKO.
Yeah, 26, 27.
I thought he was like 24, 25 because
Because
when did he win?
2006. Huh?
I thought he won the world title at 22.
No, he won the world title at 24. And
Oh,
then 2006, they formed right at the end of like New Year's Revolution around that time. I think around Survivor Series. I'm not
yeah.
sure. And then 2007, he was already going to hit 27. So it was 26, 27.
Oh, okay. But it was
I just didn't like how they ended, you know? That was my only complaint about how it was just a random match on Raw. They put them in.
yeah,
Like,
and then they
even though it
decided,
got overshadowed by John Cena and Shawn Michaels.
yeah, they should have beaten them.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, remember that match? Like, John Cena, Shawn Michaels was one of the greatest matches on Monday Night Raw history.
Yeah,
The match didn't happen because of that match. WWE was like, you know what? This match is too great. We got to keep it going.
oh yeah,
Yeah. And it's just like because for no reason, they just threw them out in the match. That was their breakup right there. You know that, right? They just had a breakup, a random breakup. They
yeah.
just throw Edge and Randy. That's the only thing I didn't like. You know, you could have had them like build into a match. Had one of them turn face.
You could have had Edge turn face.
Yeah. But then again, he went on to SmackDown and probably one of the greatest ones of his career.
Yeah, he could have probably. Yeah, he could have probably just like the breakup could have been like, okay, Edge is going to SmackDown. Smooth, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm just telling somebody.
Let's go. Yeah, like that could have been the breakup, but no, it was just a random segment on Raw that felt really rushed and forced.
Yeah.
But I think that's everything I got to say for Rated RKO. What about you?
Yeah, same. You know, one of my favorites still to this day, though. I love them.
All right, now finally on this list, mine and yours middle school favorite tag team,
Is the last
Bad
team?
Influence.
This is the last team we do?
Yeah, his last team.
All right, guys. Before we get into this last segment, I want you guys to drop a like, drop a sub, turn on notifications. Remember, me and Enigma are gonna try to be more active because we have lack of videos lately.
Yeah,
But we're
bro.
gonna be more active. Shout out to the 80 subscribers now that we got.
Thank you. We have 80.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So I want to thank everybody, and this is the last segment. Continue.
All right, our final tag team, Bad Influence, otherwise known as SoCal Uncensored SCU. Frankie Kazarian
God.
and Christopher Daniels.
For those of you who don't know, me and Enigma actually grew up together. So we used to always like listen to these guys' song in middle school.
Yeah, and I
Remember that,
love
Enigma?
the song. I freaking loved it.
But yeah, I just love the way they were, you know, Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian as a tag team, especially in TNA, as like really good heels, in my opinion. They were great heels.
They were a tag team. They feuded with AJ.
Right? And the whole Claire shit, I didn't like that. That was the only thing I didn't like about AJ, but it was good. You know, they had a good run as a tag team.
They were a dominant tag team. They beat Magnus and
They were a
Joe.
great heel. They beat big names. They had they had great tag team title runs.
Yeah, multiple.
Yeah, multiple of them. And just they're gonna go down as one of the best TNA tag teams in history. You know, when you talk about tag teams in TNA, you have to bring up Bad Influence.
And then when they went to ROH,
Exactly. When we to ROH, Frankie Kazarian does the supposedly like Bullet Club switch.
oh yeah, that
Then
was
he,
a great
huh?
moment.
Yeah. And
But
then
one
out of nowhere,
Bullet Club
you know, I don't know where he hopes his best friend, Chris Daniels,
win
world
the
champion,
ROH World Title.
which was a great moment. Which I say he should have did in TNA.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just I feel like Daniel should have been a world champion at least once.
I mean, he kind of was. Wasn't he like NWA?
No,
No, right? He wasn't.
no. Like he
Yeah.
was mostly known for in tag
Mhm.
titles.
Yeah. But as in tag teams, he has to be one of the best, man. I mean, these two have to be one of the best, honestly, in my opinion. You know,
Yeah.
he's the first
Like
ever Grand Slam champion in the company's history.
yeah, first Grand Slam of ROH.
Mhm.
Former everything. Frank Kazarian's only a former 6-man tag champ. And now that they've
Mhm.
added Scorpio Sky, and if you don't know who this guy is, like all PWG matches, um, him and Frank
Yeah.
Kazarian work really well. They're now SoCal Uncensored. They're all from
Hmm.
Southern California. So
Yeah.
one who doesn't get the SCU bit.
But I just love these two men when they pair up, man. They always put on great performances. They are a dynamic tag team. They have history behind them. It's just I believe they should have been one of the greatest tag teams on this list. What about you?
They agree just because not just like in TNA, but I have to just mention some of their ROH accomplishments: winning the tag titles, fooling Bullet Club, winning 6-man tag titles.
Yeah, and as Frank, I mean Daniels as a singles competitor did good for himself. You know, 4-time X Division champion, former
Um,
ROH World Champion.
yeah, like I think Daniels has more success than Kazarian,
He
and
does, because Aaron's always been like a tag team guy.
yeah, and I love Kazarian. I loved him in
Yeah.
Fortune. I loved him by himself. I loved him when he won the X Division title. I loved when he beat Jay Lethal. Hell, Jay Lethal's ROH World Champion right now. Maybe Frankie Kazarian should beat him.
Yeah.
The whole shtick before was Adam Cole will always beat Jay Lethal. So
Hmm.
now that Adam Cole's in NXT, I think that who else than Frankie Kazarian? But
I'm sorry. Hold
yeah,
on. Say it again.
I think if anyone should take the title off of Jay Lethal, I think it should be Frankie Kazarian. If not him, then Matt Taven. But that's a different topic. But bad influence slash SoCal Uncensored, one of the greatest teams, great in Fortune, great feuding with AJ, great winning the tag titles, great facing the American Wolves, great facing Chavo and Hernandez, great facing the Briscoes. Just a whole lot of great matches.
Yeah, and that's why I like them, bro. I mean, wait, yeah, I like them. You know, because of that reason, they had a lot of good feuds with a lot of top tag team names.
Yeah, and I think my favorite one was the ladder wars between Motor City Machine Gun, the Young Bucks, and Bad
Oh
and
man, guys, if you haven't watched that, go check it out, man. That match was unbelievable. Besides the Hardys and Christian and the Dudleys and stuff,
that
that
ladder.
probably would be like the second greatest ladder matches of all time.
And I'm surprised that after that match, Christopher Daniels didn't retire.
Yeah, because Daniels is like so older than all of them, so much older than all of them,
Like
and he was
he
still able to like come back from that. That's the crazy part.
like in mind, he was bleeding, he was gushing. He
uh,
took the Meltzer driver through the table.
and then the one that recently just happened at Final Battle, was he in
Oh
that one?
no. He was facing the Goat Marty.
Yeah, he's facing the Goat Marty. You know, but Daniel, I mean, because Daniel started gushing in that match.
Yeah, what he was teaming with Scorpion Sky.
Scorpion Sky, yeah. So yeah, this team to me will have to make the list because they're one of my favorites, one of Enigma's favorites.
Yeah, like I saw this team growing up.
Yeah, I watched this team like grow and everything. Fortune, like you said, TNA when they were bad influence, and outside when they became SCU. So yeah, you know, this is one of my favorite tag teams of all time.
But
That's it.
yeah, that's everything.
All right, guys. I want to thank you guys for watching. This was one of our favorite videos to make before, and it still is.
Yeah, so this is just a remake.
Yeah. I want to thank everybody for viewing. Drop a like, drop a sub. Turn on notifications, guys. We will be making more videos. I promise. Sorry for the lack of uploads.
Yeah.
We're going to try our best. So, yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a safe day. And I'm Young Smooth.
I'm going to be 4.
And this was Tough for Glory episode 12.